So hey there everyone, welcome to a Let's Play of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. I'm Red X Parasite.
I'm ERR0R and this is a really bad time for me to feel like I need to cough, because I was waiting for Red X to start talking so he could, you know, cut in whenever he wanted to because it's his video. But throughout the waiting for that, it's like, oh no, I have to cough. This is bad.
What cough? Alright, so
starting with the utmost professionalism.
As we always do.
Yep.
So this is Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. We may as well just start the game here.
Yep.
So probably just do Final Mix.
Yeah, I don't think we want to do proud. That's for people that are good at the game. We're decent.
Manual?
Yeah, I think so.
And vibration on,
yeah.
Sure.
And based on the DualShock 4 and the fact that this is uploaded in 60 FPS, you might have noticed that this is the PS4 version.
Yes, this is the PS4 version.
So this will be my first time playing this at 60, because I don't own a PS4. I've only played this on the PS3 re-release.
Oh, I'm so happy that I got 1.5 plus 2.5, because 60 FPS is just beautiful.
Yeah.
For these games.
And we should probably be talking over this, because I know that this the artist likes to mute people for this, or
they do?
copyright claim people for this.
Oh, well, yeah.
So you might end up
really not.
Yeah, it might not be a bad idea for you to mute the audio for this. You can find the cutscene somewhere. I'll leave that up to you though, Red X. It's your channel.
I'd rather keep the audio
and hope for the best.
To be honest, because I don't want to ruin the experience, you know.
Yeah. Fair enough. Oh, and by the way, if you're not familiar with Kingdom Hearts, this cutscene doesn't make sense in any context.
Yeah, actually, no, now that I've played through the entire series, I can look at this scene and see if it makes any sense. So far, not really.
Yeah, no.
These are things that never happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, that kind of happens, but not in this context.
Yeah, no. Yeah, this isn't the weird part yet.
Oh no, he's got caught by the undertow. Simple and clean.
Yep.
Except this is a remix.
Yeah.
If you know anything about the Kingdom Hearts series, you know that you hear the song a lot.
Yep.
In various different forms.
Yeah. Is this what's the KH2 one called?
Sanctuary.
Sanctuary. Yeah.
They actually made a new song for that game.
Yeah. And then now Sora's falling from the sky and watching himself, and now he's not watching himself because he's the one falling, and I don't fucking know.
I mean, the other intros for the other games actually make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
They're usually depictions of things that actually happened in other games or will happen in that game. Or
basically, they're things that make sense in the context of the game, and then there's this one. Which, pretty much the only thing is, it has Kingdom Hearts characters and a location that you're in the game. That's about as far as it goes.
Yeah, I mean, granted, this is the first game in the series, so
yeah,
they didn't have as much content to work off of, I guess.
Yeah.
And
so they just sort of decided to work off of literally no content.
Well, better that than kind of spoil the game, I suppose.
I mean, I guess. Although, I mean, the cover gives you a better sense of what's going to happen in the game than this cutscene does.
True.
Like, I don't even know.
So much to do.
So much to see, so what's wrong with taking the back streets?
Take your time. Don't be afraid. So, this song is called Destati, Dive into the Heart. Very good. Kingdom Hearts series has really good music.
Yeah.
We'll try to point it out whenever there are particularly good tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Yoko Shimomura is a goddess.
Okay, so from what we've found in looking into this online, it's not really that big of a deal what you pick.
Okay, so you have a choice here, and you're going to take one of these and discard one of them. So, well, one of the two. So one of them you leave behind.
Yeah. So essentially you rank them from 1 to 3.
Yeah. And the ones that you choose will change some of your things, like how many item slots you can get, maximum, your maximum magic meter. Basically,
physical attack strength.
By the end of the game, I think your physical attack strength and defense will be the same for anything that you choose, but they do affect in what order that you get certain kinds of skills. So,
and we've kind of come to the conclusion that the defensive skills, or at least there's 3 key ones that are the most important things in the entire Kingdom Hearts series, as far as I'm concerned.
You want these skills. And in order to actually get
the most important skills are Second Chance, Once More, and Leaf Bracer.
So basically, by choosing the shield here, you'll get all of those as early as possible.
Yeah.
And for us, it'll mean that we'll actually be able to have access to them, while we're playing through the main game.
Yeah.
Without dropping anything else. So the one that we're going to discard is the sword.
Mm-hmm. Which is weird for me because in my the one playthrough I've done of this game, I'm pretty sure I took the sword and discarded the staff. So
okay,
so
we're going with
everything we've seen is basically, in the end, it doesn't make that much of a difference. Oh yeah, and you'll notice throughout the game, the character models and cutscenes sort of alternate between high quality models and paper expressions, where the mouths are just drawn on. And I'm sure it wasn't that noticeable on a PS2 in 480i with blurry analog inputs, but now that we're doing 1080p full HD 60 FPS,
I forgot that we have to fight with the shield during this.
I didn't even know that, because I definitely took the sword then.
Yeah, well, you only have to fight with the shield during this segment of the game right here. So,
I mean, I guess it never occurred to me that, if you don't take the sword, how are you going to fight with the sword?
Yep, so there will be times where you have to fight. Keep your light burning strong. This part is really easy. Well, especially since we have more defense in this situation. You gain experience by defeating enemies.
I'm just thinking, can you pause yet and look at your stats?
No.
Well, not right now because he's talking to you.
No, it's just giving me that pause menu.
Well, no, when the text box goes away, maybe.
You can pick up these items by walking into them. Different items do different things, restoring HP, NP. There's also money.
Yep.
Standard RPG stuff.
Yeah. Green bubbles are health. Blue bubbles are magic. The sort of yellowish multicolored ones, if I remember right, they're multicolored, are money.
Yeah, it's kind of yellow with blue accents.
Yes, they're sort of checkerboard patterned, if I remember right.
Okay, so we can lock on.
It's been years since I've played this.
Lock on by pressing R1.
And what'll also make this weird for whenever I get the controller is, first of all, it's been years since I've played any of the Kingdom Hearts games, I think. But it's been even longer since I've played any that are very comparable to Kingdom Hearts 1.
I've only played Kingdom Hearts 1 once.
Yeah,
I think that was about a little over a year ago at this point.
Yeah. I think it may have been 4 years for me. Jeez, is that even possible?
Wow. So I have played through basically the entire series, barring the DS ones. I've watched the movies of those. I haven't actually played them, but the ones that I've played the most are Kingdom Hearts 2 and Birth by Sleep, because those two are my favorites.
Those are probably the two I've played the most too.
This is the field icon. Oh, this is going to be weird to get used to. I'm used to pressing X because of Birth by Sleep, which is the field action thing.
Yeah.
So in this game, it's triangle.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, our friend Red Pear is really obsessed with the Kingdom Hearts games, And, like, his favorite thing to do, like, I swear his favorite thing in video games is fighting the super boss from Kingdom Hearts 2, Lingering Will. Or Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, I think, to be specific.
No, it's in the original one. It's just
is?
a lot harder to access.
Oh, I don't know if I knew that. But, like, to the point where I'm pretty sure I've seen him beat Lingering Will drunk off his ass multiple times, which is an amazing thing to watch.
Yeah, so part of the reason that we're doing this, one, is because we've both played it before, so we have experience with it, and we can also both play it.
Yeah, and another thing is that as much as Kingdom Hearts 1 launched a series that I really enjoy, it's definitely... it's probably the weakest in the series that I've played.
I mean, like aside from Chain of Memories, which I just did not really click with at all, I would say that it is probably the weakest one that I've played.
Probably made more sense on the Game Boy or Game Boy Advance where it was originally released. Oh, and this is another thing where important decisions happen that are disguised as weird, mystic mumbo jumbo.
Also, in order to go into first-person mode, you have to touch the pad here and press it in. But yeah, so the reason that we're doing this game is that I was originally planning on doing Kingdom Hearts 2 and Birth by Sleep, solo at some point. So I figured, may as well do this one with Error
to make it a little less boring.
To make it a little
a little more interesting.
A little more interesting.
It's not a bad game, but it's hard to go back to after the later series or the later entries.
No, and I think that's probably the hardest thing.
The first Pokemon games launched a massive franchise, but God, they're painful to go back and play now.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Sonic 1, not a great game compared to the other two on the Genesis. It's the same kind of thing. Kingdom Hearts 1 is a good game, but once you've played the other ones, there's just so much missing.
Yeah. So for this segment here, answering these questions will determine how quickly you level up during the game. So if you choose the first option...
Yeah, every combination will set you into one of three categories. The easiest way to know which one you're going to get put into, though, is if you always answer the first one, the first 40 levels happen quicker and the ones after that are slower. If you always choose the second, it's a constant rate through the whole game. And if you always choose the third, then the first 40 levels are slow, and then it speeds up after that.
So if you're getting to max level, it doesn't really matter. What it can affect is how quickly you level up, in the early game versus the late game.
Right.
So for us, we're going to be...
Yeah, since we're not really planning to do much of anything post-game, we're not going to really be reaching high enough levels for the slow... We don't think that the slow level up in the late game is going to have a huge impact. And again, we want those three important abilities as soon as possible because that makes everything easier. So we've decided we're going with a quick early game.
So I think when I played this, the one time that I have played this, I think I chose the second one, like the middle of the road.
Yeah, which is what I did too. Because just sort of intuitively, it feels like, well, I don't want it to be slow at any point. But knowing that you don't get all that far past the point where it switches over, it seems like it makes more sense to level up quick in the early game. Also, that point where I think it said something about you leave like at the crack of dawn or something, that line will change depending on your answers.
Oh, hey, we have items now.
Ooh. So it'll either be like at dawn, midday, or at night.
Okay. So
obviously I don't know the phrasing because they make it sound more dramatic than I just did.
On the PS4 controller, options is the equivalent of start. So that'll take you into the main menu. Okay. And you can't open it during battle.
Yeah. And the main reason for that is...
So that you can't change between...
Yeah, so that you can't update your loadout sort of mid-battle. So it means that the number of item slots your character has is the number of items you can use in a given battle.
Yeah, and once you use all of those up, you can't use any more items.
You can't be like, well, these guys I want to attack... This enemy I want to attack with this Keyblade that does better physical damage, but then I want to switch to this other enemy. I have to kill this other one with magic, so I'll switch to a magic Keyblade before I use that attack. And you can't do that.
Also, this track that's playing right now is Fragments of Sorrow.
You're definitely more familiar with the soundtrack names than I am.
Only for some things.
Yeah.
Not everything.
I always find it amusing, though, when, like, a soundtrack is good enough that people will know and refer to the tracks by the soundtrack names. Like, like in Undertale, the music when you fight Sans isn't the music when you fight Sans, it's Megalovania.
I know.
Like that kind of thing.
Well, and actually there is a track name where you fight Sans,
no,
that's not that track.
I think it's the song that might play when you fight Sans.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Which is also a pretty good track, but it's no Megalovania.
This game has save points. You know, saving often is always a good
Does this
strategy.
have save and heal points, or just... I don't remember.
I think they heal you.
Okay. I know 2 has separate save and heal points, I'm pretty sure.
Really? I thought they all healed you in that game.
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of Abyss. Because that definitely has separate ones.
You might be thinking of Abyss. Also, the stuff that takes place, like, in the heart...
which, by the way, is what this is.
Yeah.
For some reason, the heart has a lot of stained glass in Kingdom Hearts.
It has a lot of stained glass, but it looks cool, so...
Yeah. And that's what matters in a game like this. It's like, first priority is it looks cool, second priority is that we come up with an explanation for it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's sort of the Kingdom Hearts motto. Like, that even extends to the story. It's more important that whatever's happening on screen looks cool than that it makes sense.
Also, one thing I'm going to have to
get... You will learn as you go through the Kingdom Hearts series, because the story makes less and less sense the more games you play.
One thing I'm going to have to get used to in this game is Sora's voice.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because when this game came out, the voice actor that plays Sora, Haley Joel Osment, was a lot younger than he
Yeah, I think this is
the previous game. So his voice...
It
gets more consistent in all the other games.
Yeah, like after
even starting in Chain of...
He hit puberty.
Even starting in Chain of Memories.
Well, didn't Chain of Memories reuse some of the attack clips from this game, but then he had a deeper voice in the cutscenes or something?
I don't remember. I think I've only watched through Chain of Memories story once.
Well, I've watched the cutscenes once, started trying to play it once, and I've seen Red Pear play it a bit.
I don't have a guard yet, and it bugs me.
The other
I have
thing
a
that's
shield
really
too.
Yeah, you should be able to guard. If there's anything that should give you guard right away, it's the shield that you're carrying.
I'm pretty sure that... I'm not sure if it's impossible to lose this, but it's very difficult.
Yeah, very much a tutorial boss fight.
Also, if there's one thing that I appreciate about the later Kingdom Hearts games that you don't get right off the bat in this game is being able to see enemies' health bars.
Oh yeah,
that's not something you have from the start in this game.
Well, no, I don't think I think you usually. I don't know if you usually have it at the start, but
you get it at the start of Birth by Sleep and 2, I think.
I know for sure in this game, scan is an ability that you don't get right away. Yeah. Which will be another nice thing about the fast early game is we should get scan sooner.
We hope so. Yeah. I don't think you go
and one thing that I think is kind of amusing is you would think something like scan is the kind of thing that would get sacrificed in a speedrun. But it's actually used in speedruns to keep track of what their health is because, like, attack patterns will change at certain points. And you can't always know exactly how much damage you've done because, sometimes shit don't go according to plan.
Well, in Kingdom Hearts speedrunning, everything going according to plan is usually a big part of a successful run.
Oh,
like, if the strats don't work out, then you die.
Things fall apart quickly. Like, there's some tight routing in these games.
So
if you ever have the time to do it, I definitely recommend watching some of the AGDQ Kingdom Hearts runs, because there's some impressive stuff in those.
So all of the stuff that happened up until this point really isn't that big a part of the main plot. It's mostly just symbolic stuff. I mean, it foreshadows stuff, don't get me wrong, but...
I knew that I'd find you.
Also, that you can definitely see some traces of, yes, this is a PS2 game remake, because, I mean...
Models?
No, I was going to say, Look at
Are
that
you still
water lapping
dreaming?
up on the
It
beach.
wasn't
Yep.
a dream. Or was it? I don't know. What was that place? So bizarre.
Yeah, sure.
You've been there
Say,
before,
Kyrie.
though.
What was your hometown like? You know, where you grew up?
Maybe he doesn't remember
I
it.
told you before. I don't remember.
Nothing at all?
Nothing.
You ever want to go back?
Well, I'm happy here.
Really?
But you know,
Also,
I
I
wouldn't
just want to
mind going
point
to see
out,
it.
this island
I'd
is
like
not
to
where
see
they
it too.
live. They
Yeah.
take
Along with
boats
any
to
other
this
worlds
island,
out there.
and yet the start
I
of
wanna
this
see
game
'em all.
centers around building
So
a
what are we waiting
raft
for?
Hey,
to travel the world
aren't you
with.
guys forgetting about me?
And this
So,
raft it does not
guess
use
I'm
any
the only
boat
one working on the
components. I
raft.
mean, literally, they could have stuck a sail on their
And you're
boat,
just as lazy as he is.
and
Well,
they'd have probably been better off.
Okay, we'll finish it together.
See,
I'll race
I'm
you.
forgetting the circumstances,
What?
but
Are you kidding?
Ready? Go!
I don't want to talk over the dialogue here too much. It's not the most important stuff, but
The words are on the screen. For more important stuff, I'd care more, but it's just sort of... These kids are on an island and their life's pretty okay.
yeah, see, the thing about Destiny Islands is that when it shows up in the future games, you see that there's like a mainland thing within sight of this island.
Well, Kingdom Hearts 2 has
So-
at least one cutscene that's on the mainland.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what happens in this game. Maybe it's like cut off from the mainland for some reason.
I don't know. I mean, one of the cutscenes has Sora in his house, and he clearly takes a boat here in a storm because there is no place that could be Sora's house on this island.
Okay, we need materials. 2 logs, 1 cloth, 1 rope. I remember this taking me a long time the first time that I played this, so...
Yeah, and I don't remember where
We-
crap is.
We will tackle
Oh, there's
that.
a log.
Oh, no, those are props.
No.
Oh, wait.
Left.
Where are we looking?
That. On the beach.
Oh, there we go. But we will look for the rest of the items in the next episode. So thank you for watching this first episode of Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. I've been Redx Parasite,
-327.
signing out.
And this game does pick up. It's just slow at the start. So
Oh, yeah, it
tune
does-
in.
it does
Tune
start
in
slow.
later because it gets less tutorial-y.
That was an excellent word.